Good morning, second graders. Today we're on page 63 of your student journal, page 63. And our objective today is I will use the draw, and I'm going to write it up here because I know I'm going to run out of room. Draw a picture strategy. Whoa, I really have to squish that in. Draw a picture strategy. I'm sorry, boys and girls, how squished that is. To subtract two-digit numbers, they really don't leave us enough room, with and without bundling / regrouping. Okay, oh my, that is really squished. So let's look at this again. It says, today I will use the draw a picture strategy. So that's the strategy we're going to use to subtract two-digit numbers with and without bundling regrouping. Whew. So, okay, let's talk about all those key words. So the draw a picture strategy means we're going to be drawing our base 10 blocks. And we've done that before, our base 10 blocks. Remember our base 10 blocks, we have a square equals 100. A vertical line equals a 10 rod. And a circle equals a 1 unit. Okay, so we're going to use that strategy to subtract two-digit numbers. And our new thing we're adding that we haven't done before is we're going to talk about this bundling and regrouping with subtraction. So we did some bundling and regrouping with addition. Now we're going to do it with subtraction. Okay, so let's look at our vocabulary. Here's an example of the draw a picture strategy. So what they did is they drew the minuend. So if you look, the minuend is 52, which means there were 2 ones and 5 tens. So they drew the 5 tens and they drew the 2 ones. Now the reason we see more ones is because we had to do this regrouping. Okay, we had to unbundle and regroup. So I'll show you that. And then we see that they did it in working form as well. Okay. So let's look at our steps today. We're going to draw the minuend in the place value chart. So remember, our minuend's our starting number. Then we're going to subtract the subtrahend from the cubes in the ones place because we always start subtracting in the ones place. If necessary, cross out a 10 rod in the tens place and draw 10 unit cubes in one place. This is going to be our big step, boys and girls. This is where we're going to do this thing called regrouping. And then we're going to subtract the subtrahend from the rods in the tens place, record the difference, and write the problem in working form. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like to start with. Here is my first problem. And my problem says 72 subtract 51. So my minuend is 72. And that 72 means I have 7 tens and 2 ones. So I'm going to draw my minuend. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and 2 ones. Okay, after I've drawn what I have, I'm going to look at what do they want me to subtract. They want me to subtract 5 tens and 1 1. Okay, I always start in the ones place. When I subtract, I always start in the ones place. So they want me to subtract 1 1. Okay, I can do that. I come to my ones and take 1 away. Now they also want me to subtract 5 tens. So I'm going to come over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that was pretty easy. So what do I have left? Well, I have 1 1 and I have 1 2 tens. So my answer then is 2 tens and 1 1, which is 21. Okay, so what does this look like in working form? Well, in working form, I want to make sure my place values are lined up. So my ones are in one column and my tens are in a column. So I had 2 ones, I took away 1 1 and I was left with 1 1. I have 7 tens, I took away 5 tens and I was left with 2 tens. So my difference is 21. So it says, did you need to unbundle or regroup a 10? No, I didn't have to do anything special because I had enough ones to take away. So my answer would be no. Okay, let's look at another one. This one says 33 subtract 15. Okay, so 33 is my minuend. So I'm going to start by drawing my minuend. So my minuend has 3 tens, 1, 2, 3, and it has 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm ready to subtract. So I always start in the ones place, remember? So what do they want me to subtract? 1 10 and 5 ones, but I have to start in the ones place. So they want me to take away 5 ones. Uh-oh, do you see the problem here? It says subtract 5 ones. Do I have enough ones to subtract, boys and girls? Not at all. So because I don't have enough ones, this is where I have to do this thing called regrouping. I'm going to take a 10 rod away and I'm going to unbundle it and I'm going to make it have 10 ones instead. So I'm going to take that 10 rod that was there, it was here, and I just broke it up and moved it over here. That's what's called regrouping or unbundling. So I took a 10 apart and just moved it over here. So now I have enough ones to subtract. So when it says, did you need to unbundle or regroup a 10? Yes. And I had to because I didn't have enough ones. They wanted me to subtract 5 ones and I only had 3. Now I have lots of ones. So now I can subtract my 5 ones. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they want me to subtract 1 10. So I can subtract a 10. So what am I left with now? Well, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones and 1 10. So my difference is 18. Okay, so what does this look like in working form? So I'm going to set it up the same way. My minuend on top and my subtrahend right underneath with my place values really nicely lined up. Okay, this is where it's a little different. I have 3 ones, they want me to take away 5 ones. That's not possible, boys and girls. So what did I do? I took one of the 10s away. So there was 3 10s, I took one away and that left only 2 10s. And then I added 10 over here. So there were 3 and I added 10 more. So instead of 3 ones, I had 13 ones. So then I had enough ones to subtract. So I had 13 ones, I took away 5, and I was left with 8. And I had 2 10s, and I took away 1, and I was left with 1. So that's called regrouping. Okay, so let's try some of those together. Okay, we are on page 64, and here's our first problem on page 64. Okay, it says 65 subtract 19. 65 subtract 19. Okay, so let's put our place values up there. So that means I have 6 10s and 5 1s. So let's draw that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now they want us to subtract 19. So let's put our place values up. They want us to subtract 1 10 and 9 1s, but I always start with my 1s first. So look what they want me to take away 9 1s. We're not going to have enough, friends, not at all. We only have 1 2 3 4 5 and they want us to take away 9. So we're going to have to do that regrouping. So let's cross one of these off and we're going to move it over here. So instead of a 10 rod, let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. So all we did is we regrouped or unbundled. And so we can write that here right now. Did you need to unbundle or regroup a 10? Yes, we had to because we didn't have enough. Okay, now we have enough. So now we can go back and continue subtracting. Now we can take away 9 ones. So let's take them away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they also want us to take away 110. So what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. And how many 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. So our difference is 46. Okay, let's look at this in working form. Okay, ready? So we're going to set up our minuend. Leave a gap here. I'm going to put my place values up here, boys and girls, so I have more room. So I left a space there. And then I'm going to put my subtrahend right under it, so my 1s are lined up and my 10s. Okay, so what happened? We had 5 1s and we needed to take away 9 1s, and we didn't have enough over here. So we took one of the 6s away, which left 5 6s. And then we added 10 1s over here. So there were 5 and we added 10 more. So instead of 5, there were 15 1s over here now. So when we had 15 1s and we took away 9, we had 6 left. And we had 5 10s and we took away 1 10, we had 4 left. So this is called working form. It's called working form when we do it that way. Okay, let's look at another one, boys and girls. Okay, this time our equation says 28 subtract 16. Okay, so let's put our place values. We could just put them on both if you'd like right now. Okay, so we have our minuend is 28. So we have 2 10s, 1, 2, and we have 8 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now let's subtract. They want us to take away 16. And remember, we always start in the 1s column. So if I take away 6 1s, do we have enough 1s to take away 6? We do. We have enough 1s. So let's take 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they also want us to take away 110. So what are we left with? Well, over here we only have 1 2 1s and we have 110. So we're left with 12. Did we need to do any unbundling or regrouping? Not at all. When we had enough 1s to subtract without needing more, so that would be a no. Okay, so what does this look like in working form? We have 28. Let's put our place values pretty far up. Subtract 16. Nicely lined up 1s and nicely lined up 10s. So we had 8 1s. We needed to take away 6 1s, and we were left with 2 1s. We had 2 10s, and we subtracted 1 10, so we were left with 1 10. So this is our working form. Okay, second graders, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.